Good day to you. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been deeply thinking about the computer and video gaming industries and how they are affecting our lives. Today, I sit here before you to share my thoughts on how the 21st century could change one of the first and most powerful areas of the computer gaming industry. Recently, I've been watching a history of one of the most famous arcade businesses of all time. That company is called SNK. As many people may or may not know, SNK were famous in the arcade business, having produced games for the public arcade since 1978, in a time when they were the ringleaders of the video gaming industry, and nearly all gamers had a little loose change in their wallet. For me, SNK was most famous for the Neo Geo MVS system. Though I didn't see many of them in my youth in the 90s, I still remember them very well. In this day and age, however, most video gamers like you and me seem to be glued to our chairs and television sets, playing home consoles such as the Xbox 360. Either that, or we are sitting at our computer desks typing up messages on social networking sites like Facebook. In many situations like this, my concern is to wonder as to whether this approach to technology in general, is it actually doing us any good? Personally, I do enjoy home consoles and handheld consoles too, but I don't believe that being glued to our chairs and televisions for several hours is doing us any good at all. And these social networking sites can be an issue too. Are they really affecting our social life or not? I feel that social networking sites are not the true way to keep in touch with people, as it is encouraging us to stay at home, not get out in the community, and not look for work. So you might ask me, in this day and age, how may I suggest that you can kill two birds with one stone by getting people out in the community and playing games in public? Because arcade cabinets can only take loose change, I feel that changes could be made to encourage people to play them more. So what can I suggest to change this? My answer is simple. Debit cards. Either a regular debit card like this one, or indeed prepaid cards that can be used by entering code numbers on integrated keypads. Here's a design of an arcade cabinet that I drew a while back on DeviantArt. I call this design the GameFi arcade cabinet. If this arcade cabinet were real, I feel that it could still be possible to operate games on ROM cartridges with very high capacity. Here's an idea for a conventional ROM cartridge motherboard. You might believe that ROM cartridges are completely incapable of holding data of large amounts enough to facilitate the demand for 3D graphics and high definition quality. But think about it. In our desktop PCs, you get RAM modules that look like this. In my vision, with things like this being able to hold several gigabytes of data, are we or are we not just covering similar modules with plastic shells to make ROM cartridges? So my question to you is, despite the high manufacturing costs of ROM cartridges, why can't they be used today in video games consoles or indeed arcade cabinets? ROM cartridges surely could hold as much as 10 gigabytes of data or more if you wanted them to, don't you think? As I mentioned earlier, the SNK Neo Geo MVS was capable of holding multiple game cartridges in one cabinet, and in the long run it could save operators and game producers much money, instead of buying individual arcade cabinets that can't be interchanged with new games. And as I said before, if arcade cabinets could accept debit cards or prepaid cards, that could be a huge leap forward in the 21st century, when most people aren't carrying loose change in their pockets very much more. And I believe that if there was an alternative to pound coins for activating arcade machines, I feel that more people would be able to play them. That to me is key. Finally, in these days when all of us are trying to save as much money as we possibly can, and to be as economical as we possibly can, if an arcade cabinet can take multiple game cartridges, like the Neo Geo, I feel that the economy could be much better off than buying new cabinets for a few £1,000s, when you can buy new games for the same cabinet for just a few £100s. Ultimately, arcade cabinets that could be set up in just a minute or two by switching from one cartridge to another have proven so much easier in the past, and still could today. In conclusion, I feel that we need arcade cabinets that can take debit cards or prepaid cards. They can get us out of the house for a while, where half a mile walk could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and it doesn't keep us glued to our chairs all day. I ask you to think about this. If you could understand what I'm saying, do you or do you not feel that it could change our video gaming and socialization forever? If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the video box below, and I will do my best to answer as many of them as I possibly can. And that ends my discussion. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you all again soon.